and you're going to anchor it. You want to make sure that it is the same level as your chest. You don't want to be pulling up, you don't want to be pulling down. That's going to work a whole different set of muscles. We want to be going straight across. Same idea as if you were doing a push-up. Same muscles that we're focusing on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep our elbows up, even with our shoulders, even with our hands. A nice little straight ledge here. And we're going to pull back and bring it forward. Notice I don't fully extend my arm. I always keep it slightly bent. It's that, again, that short range of motion. Pull back, bring it forward. Just like so. I realize the band is really dark and it's very dark in here, so I hope you can see it. And you'll feel it. You'll feel those delt muscles really engaging in this one. And you'll feel it all along in here in those pectorals. And again, we're going to do this until that muscle fatigues and we feel like we can barely bring it back, and then we're going to stop. Make sure to write down these numbers. It's going to be important. We're going to move back to our other position. All right, so this next one, we're going to work on our legs again. We're going to really focus on that lower part, those quads, the hamstrings, and the glutes with this one. This is another fun one to do to kind of get your heart rate up. It'll really get you going. You'll really feel it in your legs later. I normally would go further with the range that I do this one, but because my camera only goes so far, I'm gonna shorten the range that I'm moving for you guys. But go ahead and utilize the full length of your space. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a squat. So again, squat, like we're sitting in a chair. Booty's out, knees behind the toes. Very important. Practice your squat before you start doing the squats. Make sure you have that position, okay? Throughout your squat, this is what it should look like when you're doing it. We should never be going forward. We should never be going back. Nice chair-like squat, okay? So what you're gonna do for the squat pops is you're gonna start on one side of the room, you're gonna squat, okay? And you're gonna go side to side, okay? Till you get to the edge of the room, and then you're gonna pop. Okay? And again. Squat and pop. Always stay in that squat position. Don't go fully up. Keep that squat position. Engage those leg muscles. Once you stand up straight, you've lost all that resistance and power that you've built there. So make sure to stay in that squat position and up. Like that, okay? And do that as many times as you can until you feel fatigued and you can't pop anymore, okay? Awesome. All right, so for our next one, catch our breath. We're gonna utilize our open resistant band, and we're gonna do an oblique lift. So when I've worked with a lot of clients on this one, mostly using free weights, and what they usually think they're working when they do this one is maybe their shoulders or their arms in some capacity. You wanna remember that we're working our oblique muscles here on the side, okay? It's important that you think about those muscles so you don't accidentally transfer all of that energy into your arms doing this movement. Now again, just like with any other core workout, make sure to hold in those abdominal muscles. Hold in that core nice and tight, just like somebody's about to punch you in the stomach. Don't suck in, hold it tight. All right. Woo. Forgot what I was doing here. All right. So we're going to step on our band. Okay. We want it to be somewhat even. we're gonna straighten up, okay? And think about those oblique muscles. We're gonna be focusing on a muscle called the quadratus lumborum. That is a muscle that's kind of back here, all right? And will also connect into your obliques. So you'll be working here in the quadratus lumborum and here in the obliques. All right, feet shoulder width apart. Always feet shoulder width apart. Never together. Always give yourself a good steady stance. So as you work, now you might think, oh, I'm using my arms. Your arms are doing nothing but holding on to the resistance. All of the movement is coming from that abdominal area. It's all coming from that side of your body and that back area that connects to those obliques. That is the area you want to be focusing on. Think about that area as you're doing this workout, and that'll help to make sure that you transfer that energy and that power to that part of your body and not accidentally start doing this. Now, since this is a little bit of a double positive movement, meaning that in each movement I'm working an area, you can go a little bit faster. But if you want to make sure that you're getting the proper positioning, go ahead and go nice and slow. All right. When you're feeling a good one with that, we're going to go on to our last one, which is going to work our arms. We're going to work on those shoulders here in our pectorals, our delts again. We're going to bring it up, out, and back down. Up, out, back down. Up, we're lifting up, we're lifting out, bring it back down. Okay, you're going to do that, then you'll switch to the other side. I'm going to try, let's see, this is the best range for you to be able to see it from the side. Up, see, shoulder, even with the elbow, even with the hand, out to the side. Bring it back down. Up, out, to the side. Okay? When you feel like you're fatigued on that side, you'll change and do your other arm. Ooh, see? That's why it's always important to look at yourself in the mirror, so you can get wildly out of control. Like so. Very good. So now I had you count the reps for each one of these. And that's important because your first round, those are your reps for your first round. So let's say you did 25 of the bicep curls. Great. Now, after you go through the whole program, you're going to go back and you're going to do it all again, but you're going to cut each one in half. So if you did, 10 of the bicep curls, you're going to do 5 of the bicep curls, so on and so forth. Okay? So go back through the workout, do all of them again, but at half. And then when you're done, come back and we will do our cool down. I'll wait. All right. So I'm assuming you did your second half. If you were too tired out from the first one and couldn't do the second one, totally fine. That's where you're at, and that's just fine. As you do this, the idea is that you'll be adding reps. So if you're not at the point that you can do the second round, don't worry about adding reps the next week. Work on being able to continue the workout at half reps afterwards. Okay, so we're going to work on our cool down. And so we're going to do our stretching. It's very important to stretch after your workout. Always stretch after your workout. If I find out that you strength trained and you didn't stretch, I will give you really mean looks. It is so important to make sure you stretch out those muscles afterwards. for many reasons. Most importantly, you need to work out that lactic acid. That is what's going to make your muscles sore after your workout. So you've got to get a good stretch afterwards. And we always stretch after. Never stretch before your workout. You never want to stretch out a cold muscle. Always make sure that it's after, okay? So the other important thing of stretching is we've just worked out our muscles, which means we've constricted our muscles. So they're a little bit tighter, a little bit shorter. We want to make sure to stretch that out and elongate them so we don't have short, bulky muscles. So the first one we're going to do, we're going to bring our arms up, point our thumbs to the sky, and stretch towards the sky. And breathe out, and breathe in. You want to hold each stretch for at least 15 seconds. I usually like to hold it for 10 seconds and then stretch further into the stretch and hold it for the remainder 5 seconds. After we're done with that, we're going to bring our hands out and back. If you're like me and you're hypermobile or a little bit more flexible, you can always go up against a wall, kind of push that back muscle or those arm muscles back a little bit, or you can just do it one arm at a time. Gonna open up that chest. We're gonna bring our arms to the back, and our arms are straight. We're gonna lift up. The next one, pat yourself on the back. You did a great job. And then hold on to that elbow and stretch it out. We want to feel this stretch right along here. Mostly in that tricep, you're going to feel along here on the side. And the next one. All right, excellent. Our next one, we're going to bring our leg out, over the knee, and then turn. This one's going to really stretch out those obliques, that quadratus lumborum I talked about. And the other side. You'll feel a little bit tugging out here on your side as well, almost leading up to that abductor muscle. All right, our next one, bring the knee up and stretch over that left leg. And then switch. The butterfly, bring your feet together and push those knees to the floor as much as you can, even if it's only to here. Go as far as you can, okay? And we're going to stretch out the back muscles, the lower and upper back muscles. We're going to bring our arms underneath our knees and just kind of settle those legs into our chest. we're gonna go into star. So you're gonna bring that leg over your body and stretch and look in the opposite direction. And then switch. All right, stand up. If you have a wall, do this against a wall. I don't have a wall to use right now, but you're gonna push against the wall and stretch out that back leg. All right. Next one you're going to want to do is stretch out your quads. I would do this the next morning too. So you're going to really feel this in your quads probably, especially after those pop squats. So this next move is probably going to be really important for working out that lactic acid. We're going to grab our ankle and lift as close as we can. And switch. The last one is one of my favorites. Really great at working out the back all along, from your calves all along your hamstrings. But you're gonna bend and touch the ground. So you might have to bend your knees to do it, but then straighten as much as you can, keeping your hands on the floor. And you're going to feel that stretch all along the backs of your legs right here. All right, and you did it. Awesome job. I'll be putting together some other ones using more body weight workouts and some free weights. So let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything else that you would like to see. It's pretty light on the abdominals, so I'll be adding in, I'll be sending some more to you, some more ideas of what you guys can do later on. But yeah, let me know. All right, bye.